Hi, spiritual beings. Thank you for joining me with another episode of Still Growing. I hope everyone is doing well. What's happening in Gambia? I do love that little island, so let's have a look and see what we can talk about today. If you're new to this channel, please consider being a subscriber. Just go ahead and press that red button, and just like that, you're part of the family. If you are already a subscriber, well, thank you for coming back. Okay, so let's look today at past President Yahya Jammeh. We're looking here at the president's fleet of cars, and it's absolutely something else to see what this man has collected over the years. Now, Yahya was president between 1994 to 2016. And if you remember anything about this particular president here, he came into his presidency in 94. He seized power in a coup in 1994 and held on to the presidency until 2016. And I think in 2013 he vowed to never give up his presidency. I think he said something along the lines that he's going to stay in power for 1 billion years if God's will, if it is God's will. So it's not a billion years yet, but in 2016 he was override. And actually, I think there was some human rights issues with him for killing other opponents and others who actually get in his way. But really, that's not what I wanted to talk about. I wanted to actually just look at his fleet of cars here. Now, this is a president that remember this is a man who was the president of a country that I believe it's almost 2 million people there right now, but the majority of the people are living in poverty. And this is what he has: outstanding amount of vehicles. Look at these vehicles. They look like they're basically brand new, as you can see. They've got dust and all over them because since he lost the presidency, he had to run from the country, and so all his possessions are still there. And here we have the warehouse with all of his cars. One has to stop and wonder, for someone that is a president of a country that is so poor, why does he have so many cars? I mean, anyone can have a lot of vehicle if you work to purchase these vehicle, the funds that went in to purchase these vehicle actually came from you. But basically it's a matter of scraping every single thing out of this country for his own personal use and duping the people. They look like they're absolutely in mint condition. I mean, it's just a little wash off from the dust, of course. One of these vehicles could actually do so much for the country. There's so many infrastructures in the Gambia that need fixing. The country is in need of schools, is in need of hospitals, is in need of roads. And now what you see is people like the Chinese that's coming in and investing money in the country to build roads and things like that. And of course, what happens? They come in and they build whatever infrastructure they're building, and basically they then own the country because they have to pay them back. Nothing comes for free. Again, this is not a man who had acquired this wealth from his own hard work. The country is poor, dirt poor, and he has these many vehicles. And the people of Gambia are so wonderful, so kind. You know, they're not called the Smiling Coast for nothing. And that's why I say, you know what? The presidents, the religious leaders, whomever, nobody's ever gonna save, is never gonna save these people unless the people wake up and realize what's going on and take power in their own hands. And I guess that's what they were really doing when they got him out of power. But what about the current president? Are people paying attention? And these expensive foreign Western make vehicle are sitting here. The greed, the greed is unbearable. That's why a lot of these countries can't prosper because of the greed. And it's not just African countries, everywhere. In the West, it's the same thing too. The only thing is that the people at least are able to keep a closer check on them. No love for the people, just greed for themselves.
Perfect. Perfect. Perfect.